Hola amigos, bienvenidos a el canal de español con la señora Pérez. Today, we're going to be looking at indirect object pronouns. Now, if you haven't looked at the counterpart direct object pronouns, you may want to stop watching this video and watch that one first. Let's begin. An indirect object pronoun, or an IOP, tells you to whom or for who something is done or happening to. Let's look at a quick example. I write a letter for John. So we know that our subject is I and our verb is to write. So who or whom do you write the letter for? You have to ask yourself that who. In this case, we know that we write the letter to John. John now needs to be replaced with an indirect object pronoun. And in English, we can say, I write a letter for him. That him is replacing John, and that is our indirect object pronoun. Let's look at another example. He sends flowers to his mom. We know the subject is he, and the verb is to send. So he sends flowers, but to who does he send those flowers to? Right, you guessed it, his mom. So we want to replace mom with the indirect object pronoun. And this in English would be, he sends flowers to her. Her is replacing mom. Let's take a quick look now at the indirect object pronouns in Spanish. Remember, we're going to start on the left-hand side, top to bottom, and this is our singular side. And we begin with first person singular, me. And that's referring, if you're sending something or writing something to me or for me, you would use me. If you're writing something for someone else, so to you or for you, you would use te. And if you're writing something or sending something to him or to her or to it, maybe a dog or a cat, you would use le. All right, let's look at the other side. Remember, this is the plural side, and we're going to start top to bottom, which we begin with our first person plural. To us or for us, you want to replace that with nos. To y'all or for y'all, you'd like to replace that noun with os. Remember, this is a vosotros and is mainly used in Spain. Lastly, we have to them or for them, and you want to replace that with les. So let's say them all together again. Me, te, le, nos, os, les. Nice job. All right, let's put it all together and practice the indirect object pronouns in Spanish. I write a letter for John. We already know that I is our subject and write is our verb. So now you have to ask yourself one question. Who? Who are we writing this letter to? You guessed it, we're writing this letter to John or for John. Let's go ahead and replace John with our IOP. I write a letter for him. Now let's look at it in Spanish. Yo escribo una carta para Juan. Yo is our subject. Escribo is our verb. So now let's ask ourselves again. Who am I writing this letter to? Juan. Right, it is Juan. Yo escribo una carta para Juan. We know that Juan is masculine and singular, it's just one person. So we replace Juan with le. Yo escribo una carta le. Wait a minute, that just doesn't really sound right. Le is the correct indirect object pronoun, but there is a problem with the structure of the sentence. Remember that in Spanish, you have to place the indirect object pronoun before the verb. So let's move le all the way to the front of the verb. And it reads, Yo le escribo una carta. Nice job. Let's look at this other example. He sends flowers to his mother. He is our noun, sends is our verb, and who does he send these flowers to? His mother. So we replace mother with her, and it reads, he sends flowers to her. Great. Now let's do it in Spanish. Él envía flores a su madre. Él envía flores a su madre. Él is our subject. Envía is our verb, which means to send. So, who is he sending these flowers to? Madre, his mother. All right, so let's go ahead and replace madre with an indirect object pronoun. Madre is feminine and singular. So we replace madre with the indirect object pronoun le. Él envía flores le. Again, there's a mistake there. Do you remember what we have to do? You got it. In Spanish, we place the IOP or the indirect object pronoun before the verb. So let's move it over and it reads, Él le envía flores. Bueno amigos, we've reached the end of this video. Remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more educational videos on Spanish. As always, gracias. Hasta la próxima.